Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I am Renée-Suzanne. It is good to have you here. Special love to all of my Love Shack Crew subscribers for showing up today. And if you are not a subscriber yet, I hope to make one out of you too. Today, we're headed back into the land of Meatloaf. Yes, I have been told, and I've read this phrase several times myself, never knowing there was a song. Objects in the mirror may appear closer than they are. Although on the actual side view mirror, it says objects in the rear view mirror may appear closer than they appear. May appear closer than they are. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's very, very similar. That's all I got to say. And it makes me think of looking behind you and being careful. So, other than that, I know nothing about this song, never heard it before, but let's have Meatloaf tell us the story of objects in the rearview mirror appearing closer than they are. And I do have the captions on.
The skies were pure and the fields were green. The sun was brighter than it's ever been. When I grew up with my best friend Kenny, we were close as any brothers that you ever knew. It was always summer and the future called. We were ready for adventures and we wanted them all. There was so much left to dream and so much time to make it real. But I can still recall the sting of all the tears when he was gone. They said he crashed and burned. I know I'll never learn why any boy should die so young. We were racing.
Okay, I have to take a breather here. I've known parents of way too many boys who died too young. And it's a very big fear of mine with my youngest child. Whether you guys have heard from me or not, that my youngest child is a medically fragile young man who will have to live with my husband and I for the rest of his life. And nothing is, quite frankly, nothing is impossible. As far as what could happen, anything is possible. So I'm doing my best not to live in the anxiety of the future and the what ifs and whatever, but it can be very, very hard. So this song is getting to me, y'all. It's getting to me. Let me go back though.
We were close as any brothers that you ever knew. It was always summer and the future called. We were ready for adventures and we wanted them all. There was so much left to dream and so much time to make it real. But I can still recall the sting of all the tears when he was gone. They said he crashed and burned. I know I'll never learn why any boy should die so young. We were racing, we were soldiers of fortune. We got in trouble, but we sure got around. There are times I think I see him peeling out of the dock. I think he's right behind me now, and he's gaining ground. But it was long ago, and it was far away. Oh God, it seems so very far. And if life is just a highway, then the soul is just a car.
Oh, he said he felt like, he's right behind him and closing in. And then he says, but that was long ago and far away. And if life is just a highway, then a soul is just a car. That we're just people experiencing this world, this life, and passing through. Damn it, Meatloaf. And damn it, Mr. Steinem, who wrote all this stuff. And I'm assuming he wrote this one too. My God. I didn't want to cry today.
And objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are. And objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are. When the sun descended and the night arose, I heard my father cursing everyone he knows. He was dangerous and drunk and defeated and corroded.
Oh, and now he's got to deal with an abusive parent. Life is not fair. As much as we teach children to be fair, and a lot of people do their best to be fair, life is not fair. Life is not fair. We just have to do the very best with what we've been given and help each other as much as possible when those unfair things happen.
And the night arose, I heard my father cursing everyone he knows. He was dangerous and drunk and defeated and corroded by failure and envy and hate. There were endless winters and the dreams would freeze, nowhere to hide and no leaves on the trees. And my father's eyes were blank as he hit me again and again and again. I know I still believe it never let me leave. I had to run away alone. So many threats and fears.
Okay, so is this, I know that this was not written by Meatloaf. I know this was written by Mr. Steinem, but is this a true story? Is this Meatloaf's true story?
Run away alone. So many threats and fears, so many wasted years before my life became my own. And though the nightmare should be over, some of the terrors are still intact. I'll hear that ugly, coarse and violent voice, and then he grabs me from behind, and then he pulls me back. But it was long ago, and it was far away. Oh God, it seems so very far. And if life is just a highway, then the soul is just a car. And objects in the rearview mirror, they appear closer than they are. And objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are.
So, objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are. You know, how the memories of things that happened in the past are just so vivid that they're almost palpable. You can feel it, even though they are actually many, many years ago, possibly. And how the human mind will not be able to let go of some of those memories. It's just a matter of how we try to carry on with them. Because I am a firm believer that there are things that you could experience in life will never leave you. You will always see it, or you will always feel it, hear it, remember it. It's just how do you proceed forward and keep going while you carry it. And as inspirational as that sounds, I have not been the best by any means at doing that very thing.
And objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are. And objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are. Was a beauty living on the edge of town. She always put the top up and the hammer down, and she taught me everything I'll ever know about the mystery and the muscle of love. Stars would glimmer and the moon would glow. I'm in the backseat with my Julie like a Romeo, and the signs along the highway all said caution, kids at play.
Yeah.
Those were the rites of spring, and we did everything. There was salvation every night. We got our dreams reborn and our upholstery torn, but everything we tried was right. She used her body just like a bandage. She used my body just like a wound. I'll probably never know where she disappeared, but I can see her rising up out of the backseat now, just like an angel rising up from a tomb. But it was long ago and it was far away. Oh God, it seemed so very far.
Wow. So he had somewhat of a relationship that helped heal him in the growing up process with all the things that he had been through. Using her body like a bandage and my body like a wound. His body was wounded. He was one with wounds, and she was like a bandage.
And if life is just a highway, then the soul is just a car. And objects in the rearview mirror, they appear closer than they are. And objects in the rearview mirror, they appear closer than they are. And objects in the rearview mirror, they appear closer than they are.
I love the background singers they've got going. I love the piano in this, and Meatloaf's extraordinary range that he is using is so dynamic. Takes you perfectly through the rise and falls of this storytelling song. It's a story, and it's like a mini movie. Oh, little boys.
They are the objects in the rearview mirror, they appear closer than they are. Objects in the rearview mirror, they appear closer than they are. And objects in the rearview mirror, they appear closer than they are. And objects in the rearview mirror, they appear closer than Objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are. Objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are. They
Okay, yeah, I will never be able to look at that phrase on the passenger side rearview mirror the same ever again. I don't want to make this about me. I'm sure many of you have experiences in the past, or currently even, where this song will just hit you in the gut, knock the wind out of you. You ever had the wind knocked out of you? I have, one time, actually by one of my children. But that's a whole different story. I feel like this song just knocked the wind out of me. But this was a beautiful, beautifully written song, beautifully played out in the video, beautifully done with Meatloaf's voice and these lyrics to express exactly what they are trying to say. It's also kind of a warning, that they may appear closer than they are. Actually, wait a second. Doesn't the passenger side mirror say that they may actually be closer? May appear, what does it say? May actually be closer than they appear. So they can be, when you look in the mirror, the car behind you actually is closer than what it looks like. And this is the opposite. Objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are. So yeah, like looking in that rearview mirror, those experiences that you've had in the past in your mind's eye rearview mirror, they still feel so close and so relevant, and the feeling of them is so strong, even though they, like, as if they just happened yesterday or recently, when they happened a lot farther back in time. Nobody has a perfect childhood. Nobody has a perfect present. Nobody's going to have a perfect future in this world. Yeah, and that's something I struggled with for a long time, is just to let go of perfection. But this song was perfect, perfectly written, perfectly described, perfectly sung, and I have already been cemented in as a Meatloaf fan. Thank you so much for recommending more music to me with Meatloaf. If you would like to continue doing that, please do that. If you want to skip ahead and get your request in, go ahead to buymeacoffee.com, which is linked below. And if you make a donation to the channel to support this channel, your request will come straight up to the top of the list. Otherwise, in the description below, you can support the channel by checking out my merchandise shop. Additionally, there is a link for an online content creator coach that I recommend to anyone who has a YouTube channel. You're a content creator of some kind, you're a business owner, you're a coach, you're an artist. Check that out. Okay, my friends, that was very emotional for me, so I'm going to take some time. It is time to say goodbye, but I'll be okay. And it is only goodbye for now.